what's going on, everyone? And welcome to the Gamer Esports Network, bringing you all your current updates, leaks, and upcoming content. My name is Sierra, and this is the Daily HUD. Big news, the Game Developers Conference is taking place all next week in San Francisco. All the gaming companies and publishers are releasing their updates and new games. We already know that Google tweeted a teaser trailer last night for its event at GDC 2019, so check this out. We see several different long versions of tunnels and more tunnels, mostly directing the audience to Google's tunnel vision of gaming. There have been speculations that Google will be announcing the launch of Google's own streaming service, which we anticipate will be announced at the Google GDC keynote event on March 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. This could be the biggest news coming out of the conference, so stay tuned. Alrighty, continuing off the day, we've got a major Fortnite Season 8 news. After, we're going to be talking about Overwatch updates, and finally, to close out the show, we'll cover some Smash Ultimate leaks, so listen up. And if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Fortnite Season 8 version 8.10 dropped yesterday morning, and with it came a lot of new content as well as some updates and tweaks. We've got a new vehicle. As was teased in the game news, what Epic Games is calling the Baller was introduced. A weird new gyrosphere is like a giant hamster ball with a Klinger Canyon sticking out of the front. It's ludicrously fun. The official patch notes from Epic say the Baller is a single-seat vehicle that can be found near expedition outposts and around pirate camp loot stashes. Once inside, the players can use the attached grappler and boost functionality to pull themselves up cliffs, swing through trees, sort of like Tarzan. This could be useful for getting out of a sudden ambush and will add a new option, versatility, to getting around the map now that planes and most zip lines have in fact been vaulted. Inside the Baller, the player will be protected from some damage because the Baller has 300 health. The vehicle is vulnerable to enemy weapon fire, so if you're taking fire, be sure to use that Klinger Canyon and Tarzan out. Players are already finding all sorts of ways to use Baller's mechanics to their advantage. Even though it's a single-seat vehicle, some players have figured out how to combine the Baller with a cannon, effectively launching players and another teammate across the map. Other patch news is changing to the vending machines. That's right, vending machines have been changed and they will no longer require any mats. Don't expect them to be your only solution for items though. The new vending machines are single use and will explode after the player has received their item. Minor vending machine changes. Common and uncommon vending machines have been removed, and the mounted turret has also been removed from the legendary vending machines. I'm glad about the turret being removed. I thought it was a wasted slot. This should definitely change things up when it comes to resource management, seeing how the vending machines weren't popular with many players who would understandably rather keep their mats than give them up for a single weapon. I personally like vending machines and would farm mats if I knew there was a purple or gold vending machine nearby. So Epic, if you're watching, don't even waste my time for gray or green or blue machines, so feel free to vault those. I only do purple. There's, of course, no telling whether these changes will last beyond Season 8 or not. However, it will be interesting to see just how they affect gameplay. Speaking of gameplay, matchmaking got changed in this update as well. Xbox and PlayStation 4 will now share a combined pool. And mobile and Nintendo Switch will also have combined pools, which should help improve their experience from Switch and mobile players a bit, since Switch players were previously combined with Xbox and PlayStation, leading to some connectivity and communication errors. There was also a new LMT introduced, the Getaway. As the official description states, in this mode, players will race to find a jewel and bring it to a getaway van before everyone else to win the match. Jewels can be found in special supply drop safes, which can be found along the edge of the storm circle. Be careful though, the safes take a while to open, so players will be exposed to enemies while they're waiting for the safe to unlock. If you're like me and you don't want to deal with that, there are 4 exposed jewels available on the map at all times. If a player escapes with a jewel or one is lost to the storm, a drop will bring a replacement. Once in place, drops and vans will be visible at all times on the map, as well as once a jewel has been picked up, it will be visible by everyone for 30 seconds on the map. Carrying a jewel will also increase player health and shields over time while slowing them down by 10%. Aside from this new mode, we also have a new in-game tournament event, the Scallywag Duos Cup, leading up to the Fortnite World Cup in July. The Scallywag Cup will be held from March 16th to 17th, which will gain about $100,000 in cash prizes. So good luck to everyone there. As it states, this prize pool will be distributed across all server regions, with the official rules and details being released later on in the week, so stay tuned. In creative mode, there are a bunch of islands to check out, as well as the limit for player islands on a server has been reduced from 16 to 8, allowing bigger islands and server improvement. Other various changes included in this update were bug fixes, audio, performance enhancement changes to UI, some weapon damage changes, and the gameplay itself, which can all be found in the full patch notes, which you can access from the link in the description below. Moving on to Overwatch, yes, it seems as though players just keep finding new bugs popping up all over the place, regardless of how many patches and updates Blizzard tries to put out. The new victim this time seems to be Junkrat, more specifically his trap ability, which is meant to stop and keep a player locked in place for 3 seconds while also dealing damage and stunning the player for an extra second. A player had recently discovered that there was a problem with the amount of time players were stuck in the trap, allowing them to escape from the Junkrat, who initially set the trap with extreme ease and in some cases even allows players to wall run with the trap stuck to them, regardless of the trapped status appearing on their HUD. It isn't clear if Blizzard is aware of this issue just yet. However, at least one player has known of it for a while, claiming he was using the bug to help him in patches. Apparently, he was just hoping no one would notice, so he could keep using it to rack up wins. Another Overwatch hero seems to be benefiting from a bug that uses another hero's ultimate. However, most are convinced that this strange interaction may very well have been intentional to begin with. Heroes in question being SYMMETRA and Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball's ultimate ability, Minefields, deploys proximity mines across the field that will explode if any enemy passes by them. And since there's a delay before detonation, it usually requires that a hero who can take the damage run through the minefield. However, SYMMETRA is the only character who can deploy turrets that will attack other enemies, or in this case, the mines. Now, this has been a widely used tactic for some time, but the new advantage in question is that SYMMETRA can now gain her ultimate from this tactic. Because of the rarity of this ability and that it was only recently discovered, players are still not convinced as to the legitimacy of it. And it also is possible that Blizzard is unaware and it could be patched in a future update. This may come as a disappointment to you all, but the last bit of Overwatch news we have today brings us some information from Blizzard themselves regarding the upcoming Hero 31, which was thought to be Echo, who was revealed during a short reunion video last November. It seems though, despite the rumors, this will not be the case. In a recent interview with High Score Heroes on YouTube, Blizzard employee and Overwatch developer Joshua No confirmed two things. Echo is definitely going to be a hero, however, she is most definitely not the next hero to be joining the Overwatch roster just yet. This may come as a disappointment to you. During the interview, Noah states that although he doesn't have enough information on her at the moment, he is almost positive that Echo will become a hero at some point in the future. Well, everyone, that's it for today's show. I hope you enjoyed our time together as much as I did. For Gamer Esports Network, I'm Sierra, and this has been the Daily HUD.